So in the studio with me now, I have the wonderful Phil Bannon, Councillor of Ward 2. Hi, Phil. How are you today?
And a wonderful good morning to you, Sarah. It's so nice to see you again. You're looking lovely as usual.
Thank you, and it's great to have you here as always. Talking about, of course, the 11th Annual Stouffville Winter Carnival.
Can you believe it? 11 years we've been working on this project. What a great event this is for the community.
Yeah, you founded this 11 years ago. You're chair of the committee, and you've organized another fabulous event this year. It's coming up this weekend.
It's coming up on Saturday, February the 8th. It's at the Cedar Beach Park and Pavilion at Musselman's Lake from 1 o'clock till 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
This is a very well-known event because it's always got great things to do. You've got pavilions, you've got campfires. What's going on this year?
Do you know what's one of the best features of this event, Sarah, is that we have the ability to have an indoor and outdoor presentation. So the kids are all outdoors, they're out enjoying the fine weather, and then when you get a little too cool, you can step indoors. We've got a heated pavilion there with all sorts of entertainment and advertising and food and hot chocolate and stuff. And to start off with this year's event, it's just going to be spectacular again. We're going to have an ice sculpture competition. Ooh. We will have hay rides through Shadow Lake, again, which is one of the most popular events. We can't keep it going. We can't keep up with the interest, actually, for getting the wagons on the road there. So we do two right now. And it looks like we may have to put a third on the road. But people are really impressed. The families get on board, and they ride through Shadow Lake, and they take their hot chocolate with them, and they take pictures, and they enjoy the beautiful outdoors and the beautiful scenery in Shadow Lake. Again, this year we're gonna feature pony rides.
Ooh.
Pony rides for the kids and a petting zoo. We'll have ATV rides down on the lake. We'll have ice skating on the lake. People have to come out and bring their skates out. We set up tables around a huge rink that the town staff do a great job. They're up there right now, as a matter of fact, clearing off the lake. This will be the biggest rink that you can possibly imagine. We have a fire pit going on the beach so they can stay nice and warm on the beach area there, get their change into their skates, and then spend some time skating on the lake. To sit back and say that you can spend actually hours and hours and hours outside like that with your family enjoying things, and then go inside and watch some of the entertainment that we've got, and enjoy your hot dogs, your hot chocolate. And the specialty every year that we really feature is the Ballatry Scouts Beaver Tails.
Ooh, you got beaver tails.
Oh my God, they are so good,
yum,
Becky.
Yum, yum. Yeah. And again, you said you had a bunch of local entertainment lined up.
Yeah, we have. What we do is we'll start the entertainment at 1 o'clock, and we'll have the one and only Doo-Doo the Clown starting off as our MC and doing a short introduction. And then we've got York Dance Academy, all the girls, the young girls. I mean, if you've ever seen them out there performing, it's just absolutely incredible. We get the youngest girls from 3 to 4 years of age. We get them up to 16, 17, 18 years of age, and they just put on such a great show. And it's a great opportunity for them and for their parents and grandparents to come out and watch the kids in action like that. And there's such an appreciation by the audience and people who are there to watch them. It's very impressive. We also have, this year we have Morgan Sadler. She's a vocalist and a keyboard artist. She's currently in Las Vegas performing right now.
Wow.
So she'll be coming back, and she'll be putting on a show for us at this year's event. She does a lot of performances here at 19 on the Park and at local venues in York region. So she's just a great performer. We've also got a magician act that's going to be putting on a show for us. A couple of young fellas who are rather impressive in their acts. We're going to have a lot of activity in the Great Hall. We're going to have representatives there from the Stouffville Museum. The Latcham Art Gallery are going to be putting on a free art show and art competition for the kids. We're going to have the library staff are going to be there. For the first time this year as well, we're going to have the 905 Squadron model airplane flyers are going to be there. And they're going to have a table, and they're going to be there to show people what they do and how they do it. And they're going to put on a performance for us. They're going to be flying their planes around the lake, over the lake. And they'll have the helicopters and the big planes there. And these are the remote control planes that they have. It's a great time. And one of them actually has got a it's got a camera on it, and you can actually show where this thing is flying and where it goes and stuff. So we've got a number of great events, and what I really would like to encourage people to do is bring out their loonies and their toonies, so that when they purchase the hot chocolate and they purchase the hot dogs and the beaver tails, all the money that we generate from the sale of that food goes directly into the pockets of the Bannon Scouting Group. It's a great group. They look after their kids. They do a lot of programs for them, traveling, camping, and such. And you know what? You're supporting one of the finest groups in Richard Stouffville. So please come out, enjoy the day, bring your family out, get some fresh air. Spend some time looking at some local entertainment and just having a lot of fun.
In the middle of winter, breaks up the season. It's such a cool event you've got planned this year. And like you said, Phil, it's just up the street at Musselman's Lake. And you mentioned it was a free event, did you not?
Yes, absolutely. And I really, really want to emphasize the fact that not only is it free admission, but it's free parking.
What?
You go to events, where do you get free parking and free admission? I like that. What?
Yes. So ultimately, you have been doing this for 11 years, and it is a fabulous event. February 8th, Saturday, 1 to 4 p.m. Why, Phil? What is the motivation that drives you every year to put this event on over and over again?
The smiling faces, the families spending time together. Like you see them holding hands, walking around the events, the kids riding the ponies, the kids watching the petting zoo, mom and dad holding on to their young ones as they're riding the ATV rides, them all skating together on the lake, holding hands, enjoying the day, the fresh air, just having fun together. For me, there's no better enjoyment in life than seeing families together enjoying themselves being together.
Awesome. You know, word is, we just heard from Ivan Harris, your budget passed really quick on council last week, and ultimately we heard that property up at Musselman's is going to be developed into a park over the next few years. That's
absolutely one of the greatest news broadcasts. I didn't think you knew that. Yeah, we did. I think we set a record. I think we're going to check into that to see how long any other community or municipality has taken to set their budget like we did. But you know what it is? We do a lot of work in advance. And councillors spend an awful lot of time researching, speaking with town staff, speaking with department heads. You get a lot of your questions answered ahead of time. You don't spend time debating in the open forum like we have in the past. We also have a corporate efficiency review committee, and that review committee deals with all staffing issues in relation to the town over the next 5 years. So every time we meet, it's basically reviewing staffing requests and needs for the next 5 years. So we're that far out. And that takes a lot of debate out of the equation when we're looking at time allotted for a budget process. If I go back to our budget process before we started the corporate efficiency review, the majority of time was spent debating on which department was going to get more staff and why they needed staff, and trying to take a responsible stand from our perspective to sit back and say, do we need this staff? How long is the staff going to be? But the huge, major announcement for us is to finally say, after 7 years, Sarah, I started this quest 7 years ago in 2005, 2006, when I identified a need for a park in Musselman's Lake. And we started looking around to see if we could find a location. But what I really, really appreciated at that time was the staff support and council support. For 7, 8 years now, council has supported this initiative, even though the bad times that we've gone through here with negative feedback from some of the residents in regards to a park location, park time, park size, whatever. There's always something wrong when it comes down to positive issues in the community. But what we've got here, we've got a council that stood by, and staff that continued down the long journey to provide a community, and one of the finest communities in York Region, with a park. Not only that, but 146 acres of dedicated space to the Lake Simcoe Regional Conservation Authority. That's free parkland for our community. And that's parkland that's going to be used for trails and walkways and just for people getting out and enjoying the environment. And we're also going to have a 4.5 to 5 acre public park. Now, the cost is underwhelming, Sarah. It's absolutely underwhelming. A whole $1. It's going to cost us a whole $1.
Amazing.
So you look at this, and there's been no staff costs getting to this point in time. This is a time for celebration for all, because we've just kept over 150 acres away from developers' hands and turning our environmentally free conservation areas, keeping them in the hands of us, of the residents of our community, and we should be very proud and we should celebrate this great event.
145 acres is no small chunk of land. It is an incredible feat, and I do know for a fact you have a lot of support for the initiative as well, so congratulations. And like you said, and like we found out this summer when we talked to each of you in our series, it's a well-oiled machine, this council, and kudos to you for passing such a budget, keeping the tax increase quite low, and I'm sure we'll hear more about that in the coming weeks. But you guys are a well-oiled machine, like you said, and many of you alluded to in our previous conversations that it might be time to move forward and create a new council, and we're excited about that, and we're hoping that we have the same level of integrity that this council has now enjoyed and the same work ethic that you've shared for the town and everything you do. And people are saying, where's all the candidates? And there's rumors, Phil, you're going to run for the mayor's chair. Is this so? Can you give us any insight before you go today?
Sarah, I can actually admit to it. Yes, I will be running for mayor in the 2014 municipal election for Stouffville.
Wow.
This is something that for me was a no-brainer. I sit back, and I've been sitting on council now for 11 years, and we've done a lot of hard work and a lot of good work together. And I want to emphasize the fact that just how confident I am in my fellow councillors and my fellow councillors, and for the sake of the residents in Stouffville, for all of the residents in all the wards, I can tell you, and very confidently, that you have been in good hands. Your councillor has represented you well. We've had good debate. We've had different perspective on different items, but in the end, we've all agreed on what's best for Stouffville, what's best for the residents of Stouffville, and with Mayor Emerson, who's been the leader of this council and this municipality for so many years now, looking at 19 or 20 years, I have to give him praise and support for him and his future efforts and future direction. But it's time for us now. We're entering into a new era. A new era that Stouffville has never seen the need for a stronger mayor, someone with strong leadership skills than they're going to see right now. With the increased budgets that we have a $70 million budget now.
Wow.
We want to make sure that we've got somebody who has a vision and the ability and the experience to deal with the issues related to a $7 million budget. We need somebody with experience. We need somebody with knowledge. We need someone who has a level of common sense and honesty. We're going to need someone who is prepared to provide transparency and communications for our community. And for me, there is nothing better, there is nothing more important than service excellence. Our community and our residents deserve it.
Absolutely, and it's a brand new millennium as well, and a very intricate landscape to navigate. So I am thrilled to hear this, and I know that your track record speaks for itself. If you look at the service organizations that you've supported over the years, it's a staggering list of community outreach, and your career has been so successful all along. I want to wish you good luck in the race. I'm thrilled to hear you announce that on WhiStle Radio today, that you are going to be running for mayor. I have full faith that the town of Stouffville will do the right thing in that regard, and I wish you all the best. So tell us again, exactly where do we show up to on Saturday at Musselman's for the big party?
I will see you, Sarah, at 1 o'clock on Saturday, February the 8th. It's the Cedar Beach Park and Pavilion at Musselman's Lake. We have free admission. We have huge parking lot, free parking, all sorts of outdoor and indoor activities. So don't be worried about if it's too cold. You can go inside and get warmed up, and we'll have lots of hot chocolate, hot dogs, and beaver tails. So bring your loonies and bring your toonies and come out, bring your family, your skates, and enjoy a wonderful day together with your family in outdoor Stouffville.
We'll be there. Councillor Phil Bannon, Ward 2 Councillor for Stouffville. All the best.
I can't thank you enough, Sarah.